I want to apologize for being defensive and not being brutally honest and acknowledging too.
No, no, you don't get to get off that easy consciously. No offense, guy, but you made activism by black males 10 times harder. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm on a black diaspora Discord, and one of the administrators starts accusing black men of being sorry because of this whole situation. And when I say, excuse me, don't criticize all black men the same way that you wouldn't criticize all Asian men based on some of the things that happen in the Asian continent. Well, suddenly he says, I'm being defensive. I'm defensive, not you, not consciously who pushed that fake story. I'm being defensive for defending black men. Interesting. So when white men go out and do all this stuff with the Catholic Church, Boy Scouts, teachers, police officers, predators, in positions of power, no one accuses all white men, and no one wants to have a conversation with white men. But suddenly, you get an R. Kelly, you get a Bill Cosby, you get you name it. Suddenly, it's a big conversation with the whole black community. Why is it that when one black person does something, and even if we don't share the same lineage, it could be a Jamaican guy, I could be a black American, descendant of black slaves from two different countries, but suddenly that guy could be thousands and thousands of miles away. And then that guy, because he did one bad thing, I got to now answer for it. Show me in one scenario in which a Japanese person commits a crime and then a Chinese person has to answer for it because they're both Asian. It don't work that way. But see, you didn't see that point because, again, you were using that whole scenario, that whole story to get clicks and views. You want to know how I know? Because guess what? I was around during that time. Some of the videos that I was making about her lying went viral as well, so I know it went viral on your channel. So that's why I don't forgive you. No, the same amount of time that you took to denigrate black men, the same amount of time that you took to say all the stuff that you said, the same amount of time that you took to opine on something when even a little bit of Scooby-Doo investigation would have actually revealed the person was lying. The same amount of time I'm going to take to trust you again. That's fair, right? Because when you make mistakes and you apologize, it's up to the person to forgive you. You can't then turn around and say, well, that's your problem. No. You messed up. I was right. The first video that I replied to you with went viral. It's still up. But the video that I applied to you earlier went viral as well, a couple days ago. I deleted it. I sounded very, very angry. I still sound angry now. Because you're right. This did cause division in the black community. You didn't see that. You didn't even care. Because like most people who just want views and clicks and clout, you wouldn't care. It's no different than any other person out there who's an influencer. It's no different. But I hope this is a very, very good learning experience. Sometimes it's okay to admit when you're wrong, especially if it's in defense of your people. You go over to Japan, it doesn't matter how many crimes that allegedly the Yakuza is accused of. A lot of Japanese people still show deference and reverence. You go over to parts of, Hispanic countries, what you'll find is no matter how bad the cartels do, there's still a certain subset of people who will actually respect them no matter what. In the white community, you look at their SWSs, the suspected ones. The ones who wear the freaking white sheets. They still hang up Confederate flags right now, giving those people reverence. But what do we do in the black community? We jump at the bit to demonize black men. You don't think there's something wrong with that consciously? And something wrong with that whole mindset? I do. Because I know what it leads to. See, I'm a descendant of the slaves. So I kind of see how this leads. That's why I was saying what I was saying from the very, very beginning. If you go look back at some of my content, I literally said, this is only being used to attack black men. That's the only thing that's been happening. And now that her story is exposed as might not be exactly as she says, do you not think it's going to be used to attack black women? Why do you think the media pushed the story? Even though with a little bit of investigating, you would have found out it's not all truthful. Why do you think that the media pushed Carly Russell? Even though the police had information that you weren't privy to. Why do you think they pushed that consciously? They pushed that so that when the next black woman goes missing, they can use that as a convenient excuse to not go look for her or even care. That's the thing that you did. See, it goes deeper consciously. It's not just the fact that you pushed a fake story, even though with a little bit of investigating, you would have seen that it was a fake story. It was also the fact that you didn't care about the consequences. I'm pretty sure anybody who thought about it critically, even for a second, would have realized that. But you didn't, because all we saw was clicks and clout. Well, I'm so glad you got your clicks and clout.